today. I hope you stay healthy and stay at home. Today, we will present our presentation to you. This presentation is about curriculum approach. Please let us introduce ourselves. My name is Natasha Matika as moderator and speakers, Supiati Fatayat as speakers, Nadia Faradina as speakers, and Milati Faradina as speakers. Okay, I will talk too much. The next step will be presented by Supiati Fatayat. Supiati Fatayat, time is yours.
Curriculum practitioners and implementers may use one or more approach in planning, implementing and evaluating the curriculum. Even textbook writers or instructional material producers have different curricular approach. The following are the 5 curriculum approach. Number 1. Behavioral approach. This is based on a blueprint where goals and objectives are specified, contents and activities are also arranged to match with the learning objective. The learning outcomes are evaluated in terms of goals and objectives set at the beginning. This approach starts with the idea of Frederick Taylor, which is aimed at the achieve efficiency. In education, behavior approach begin with educational plans that start with the setting of goals or objectives. Number 2, managerial approach. In this approach, the principal is the curriculum leader, at the same time instructional leader, who is supposed to be the general manager. The general manager set the policy and priorities, establish the direction of change and innovation, and planning and organizing curriculum and instruction. School administrators are less concerned about the content than about organization and implementation. And the number 3, system approach. This was influenced by system theory, where the parts of the total school district or school are examined in terms of how they relate to each other. The organizational chart of the school represents a system approach. It shows the line-staff relationship of personnel and how decisions are made. And the last one, number 4, humanistic approach. This approach is rooted in the progressive philosophy and child-centered movement. It considers the formal or plain curriculum and the formal or hidden curriculum.
Okay guys, I'm Nadia Faradina. I'm going to talk about principle of the curriculum development. General principles and specific principles. General principles include relevance, flexibility, continuity, practicality or efficiency and effectiveness. While the specific principles, which include principles with regard to educational goals, principles related to the selection of educational content, principles for selecting teaching and learning processes, and principles related to the selection of media and teaching materials. The second principle is flexibility, which means that the curriculum can adapt according to local conditions, time, abilities, and backgrounds of children. WINARSO 2015. Like the current condition of our education, where the distance learning system (PGG) is caused by the coronavirus pandemic. The curriculum must be implemented properly even though it is not done face to face. The third principle in continuity, which is interpreted as continuity and linkage of development and learning processes, WINARSO 2015. So, the learning experiences available in the curriculum are interrelated between one level and the next so that later at the highest level, namely their process of getting into the field in looking for work. Students already have sufficient knowledge and skills to be able to compete. Furthermore, the specific principles of curriculum development, according to Winarso 2015, are: first, the curriculum is development based on the goal of National Education Number 20 of 2013. Second, the content of education is in accordance with educational needs, such as action of specific and education and simple learning outcomes, learning content containing knowledge, attitudes, and skills, and curriculum content must be logical and systematic.
The curriculum development approach is procedured by implementing the right strategy or method by following systematic development steps to produce a better curriculum. Sukma Dinata in Winarso 2015. This means that curriculum development must be carried out systematically and based on an integrated principle. Namely, in curriculum development, the existing components must be connected to one another. Winarso 2015 and Richard 2013 provide different views regarding the curriculum development approach.
Design of the curriculum. In the previous section, we discussed the definition of the forward approach. In the following, a diagram can illustrate the forward approach to curriculum development. The diagram above shows the material curriculum development assumptions. Forward design is content, process, and output run linearly. So, in curriculum development, in this case by teacher in the classroom, the first step taken is to choose the topic of the material to be discussed. As an example, the teacher choose a topic related to writing narrative text. Then, to make children able to write narrative text, the teacher must know what knowledge they should know, such as generic structure or features of narrative language, grammar, and purpose of writing narrative text. Then, the teacher looks for learning resources that match the learning topic earlier. This is what is called the selection of the content in the forward design. Furthermore, the teacher will choose the right method in delivering the material. For example, the teacher used cooperative learning as a method. This is what is called the process in the forward design. The end of this discussion is conclusion. The conclusion is provide different opinions about approach in curriculum preparation and development. Winarso describe 5 approaches to curriculum preparation and development. Well, Richard mentioned 3 types of approach. One of it is forward design. According to forward design, there are 2 steps for curriculum preparation and development, namely content, process, and outcomes. Content is also called input, which means what language, knowledge, or material will be provided. Then the process is the same as methodology, which means how the process of delivering material that has been prepared with strategies and techniques is accordance with the character of students. Finally, to find out our output, an assessment in design in accordance with the curriculum process and